In the last video, we created a new stream form component that's going to be reused between stream create and stream edit. So we're now going to go back over to stream create. Stream create now needs to show an instance of stream form, pass down on submit, and do basically nothing else. So it's going to be a very straightforward component moving forward. So I'm going to open up my stream create file. Please triple check. Please make sure you are inside of stream create. Make sure you are not making changes to stream form. Stream form is fine as is. So now inside of here, we're going to do a tremendous amount of cleanup. So we'll go through this step by step, but please do try to watch somewhat closely because we're going to be doing a lot of little refactoring inside of here. All right, so first off, this stream create is no longer going to be showing a form. So we don't need field or Redux form anymore. So I'm going to delete that import. We do want connect and we do want create stream because eventually stream create is going to need to call an action creator in an attempt to create this new stream. We also need to import the stream form component that was just created. So I will import stream form from stream form. Then inside of here, we don't need to render an error anymore, so I can delete that. We don't need to render any inputs anymore, so I can delete that. But we do need to have some onSubmit callback, like the one you see right here. Now, this doesn't have to be called onSubmit per se. We could rename this anything we want. Remember, we're just going to pass it down as a prop named onSubmit. I think that leaving it calling it onSubmit right here is fine, however, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Now, inside of my render method, we're not going to show a form anymore. We're not showing any fields anymore. And we also don't need to show any buttons anymore. So the entire render method can be removed, all the JSX inside there. And then we will replace that with just enough to show the form and a header at the top. Because remember, the the stream form component does not actually show a header. So inside of my render method, I'm going to place a div. And then I'll place, how about a H3? Let's do an H3. I think that's reasonable. And I'll say create a stream. And then after that, we can place our stream form component and pass in onSubmit. And that's going to be this dot onSubmit, like so. Oh, let me fix that up. There we go. So now stream create is going to add in a little bit of JSX of its own. It's also going to show the appropriate form and pass down the callback to be called anytime that the form gets submitted. Now we're not done just yet. A little bit more cleanup inside of stream create. So we don't need a validate function inside of here anymore. The validation is being handled by our form. So I'm going to delete the validate. We also are not doing any wrapping with Redux form anymore, so we can delete all that. And we're left with just our export default statement right here. We don't need form wrapped anymore because we don't have that kind of like two-stage wrapping process. Instead, I'm going to pass in stream create, like so. All right, so that is it for the refactor. Now I got to ask you, please, please, please take a look at your stream create and make sure it looks very similar to mine. So we've got the 4 import statements. We've got onSubmit. We've got the render method. And then we've got export default. We did a big refactor here, so I just want to make sure that you did not miss any of those steps. Because if you miss a step here, yeah, you're probably going to see an error pretty quickly, as you might guess. All right, so once you're happy with what you have, we will save this file. We'll flip back over to the browser, and we're first just going to make sure we don't see any error messages. So no errors around syntax or anything like that, so I think I'm in a good spot. So now the next thing I want to do is test out the stream creation form, because we've not yet done anything for the edit side. So I'm going to go back to my list of streams by clicking on my logo up here, and then I'll navigate to my create stream form. I still see the form as I saw it before, and it looks fantastic. So now I should be able to enter in some title here. Let's say me streaming component reuse, because that's kind of what we're doing here. Watch me refactor some components. I'm going to open up my network tab just to make sure I see the requests go through. Remember, after we successfully create the stream, we will get automatically navigated back to the stream list component. So I'm going to click on submit. I see the post request for creating the new stream. It looks like it was successful. And now on my stream list, I see the new stream that I just created. Awesome. So that's pretty much it for the stream create side of things. We've now got a component that uses this reusable form. So now we can pivot our attention back over to stream edit. We're going to do essentially the same exact thing we just did. There's just going to be one tiny difference here in the fact that we need to make sure that stream edits form is going to show the title and description of the current stream. So let's take a quick pause and we'll start working on stream edit in the next video.